love-hate relationship does not seem to be improving, at least judging by the reaction on social media from many celebrities to Jeff Sessions' dealings with Russian officials.
Here's just a small sample from Star Trek actor Josh Takei. Sessions is lying. Anyone would remember any meeting with the Russian ambassador while allegations of election tampering were rampant. Shannon Woodward from the HBO series Westworld posted this. I can't wait to see Sessions head to the very prison system he adores so deeply. It's gonna be a fairy tale ending.
Comedian Rosie O'Donnell weighed in. Treason is the reason. Hashtag Trump Russia. And just last week, some of the biggest names in Hollywood led a unity rally to show their support for immigration and civil liberties. In a rare public appearance, two-time Academy Award winner Jodie Foster made a call to action.
No matter where you're born and no matter who you voted for, red or blue, whether you're white, black, or brown, and all the colors of the identity rainbow, this is our time to resist.
But the most heartfelt speech came from actor Wilmer Valderrama, who spoke of the struggles of his own parents, immigrants from Venezuela, to make a better life here in the United States.
So you see, my story, it's not my story. It's the story of millions that for generations have come to this land and brick by brick made it a country. Because of them, we look out the window and we see that American flag, and we know that at any minute, anything can happen. That at any minute, we will all wake up to our own personal American dream. See, that's the immigrant story.
And earlier, we spoke with Wilmer about his concerns for President Trump's anti-immigration policies.
I think it's very dangerous to not understand who you are talking about when you create a conversation that sounds more like a statistic, like a percentage, like a group. When you forget about the actual immigrant story and the people that this conversation is affecting on the many versions of the conversation, which is the mother that got here and all of a sudden she overstayed her visa, and then kids that were brought here at 3 years old and all of a sudden, you know, they're 20-something years old and all they know is America, and they're now being threatened to send to a country they don't even speak the language of. I mean, the conversation is so complicated, and to bundle everyone up and to be that reckless about it, I think it's important to stop for a second and to take a deep breath, you know, and say, hey, hold on one second. This is not a percentage. These are people we're talking about. These are families you're tearing apart. These are families that are contributing to America, you know, just like any other American here. And most importantly, in the virtues of the most American way, which is the immigrant story, which comes out here. And like, you know, not to quote myself, but we come here and lay bricks.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I was struck as I watched your speech, how hopeful you still sounded. And you know, you talk about this country is great.
Right.
You know, you said that. Has it been difficult for you to hold on to that sense of hopefulness with President Trump in the White House?
No, you know, I don't think so. I don't think so. I stay very hopeful because as soon as, you know, very soon after the election, we saw a level of excitement from the people to unite and to speak louder than they've ever done before. And I think it became inspirational again to stand up for the people that can't speak. It became exciting to you know, to go out there and say the things that most people are not addressing. And I think that brought me pride and brought me joy to be part of a country that we have the right to be able to stand outside and to call our senators and congressmen and say, hey, hold on one second. At least that we have a number to get to them, which is how many countries in our world that don't have the ability to do that.
Exactly.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, last year before the election, you made this funny satirical clip for the Huffington Post. It was all about what would happen to America if Donald Trump became president. Here's a clip.
Following the inauguration of President Trump, Americans are fleeing in record numbers to Mexico, leaving behind desolate Whole Foods, abandoned NPR tote bags, and piles of unclaimed pumpkin spice lattes. While some Americans initially threatened to move to Canada if Trump was elected, for some, Mexico was the clear choice after they realized they could trade in hockey sticks and poutine for tequila, endless beaches, and taco trucks on every corner. Come here, come here, come here. This is incredible. They're smuggling rich Americans through the border. And the shift in society is unbelievable.
I mean, all a bit of a laugh at the time, but now that Donald Trump has been elected, and the impact he is having on this country? Is that what you expected?
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of predicted the conversation to go in different ways. I think that everyone didn't know exactly how they were going to react if such a situation actually became a reality. But I think that the most important thing at this moment is to know that we have more things in common with one another than we thought. That all these conversations are really part of an ecosystem. That we're all affected directly and indirectly by the consequences of possible loss, of possible conversations not being fragmented in a way that can cater to the many categories of each conversation, because they're not broad conversations. They're complicated conversations, and they take time to understand, and I hope that the government actually takes the time to understand the people that it really is affecting.
Okay, well, Wilmer, it's been good to speak with you. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
oh, thank you for having me, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Great conversation.